Hi everyone, I'm Erika with Cheer Parent Central and Dance Parent Central. And today, due to popular demand, we are doing a video blog on how to do rag curls for competition season for those of us that don't necessarily like getting up super early and spending a ton of time burning our hands on a curling iron. So this is Emma. She's 8 years old. She has a decent amount of hair, and her hair does not hold a curl. So this is going to be part one of the video. Part two will be the after. I'm hoping it's yay, it worked, it made it through practice, and not a what not to do video. But time will tell. So we are going to do her hair. We're going to fast forward through a lot of it because it takes a while, but we're going to do her hair, and she's practice tomorrow. So the true test will be getting it up in a ponytail and having her go through a 3-hour practice, an hour of which is pure level 3 tumbling, to see how it holds up and if this is something that will hold through the day, because she does do 2 teams, so I do need it to last from 9 o'clock in the morning when level 1 goes on straight through till junior 3 at night. So to start, the first thing I'm going to do is we do bumps. Our team does a bump most of the time for their hair. So the first thing I'm going to do is section off the hair for the bump, because I want that little piece of the ponytail to be curled in its own so I can make the bump later. And you can watch my bump video if you want. And I won't be like messing up a curl or having to like rip hair out and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen my bump video, you can check it out, and I will put the comments down there with the link to it. If you have, you know how I do a bump and why I'm doing what I'm doing. If you haven't, check it out. It's a really good video, and I've heard from a lot of people that it has worked very well for them. So I'm sectioning off the hair for the bump. And we don't do a large bump because she doesn't have a large head. So section hair for a size appropriate bump for your child. This is the piece I'm actually going to do last. So I'm just going to twist it and clip it to get it out of the way. And she has a lot of hair, so if this works for my child, it should work for yours too. And I just use these little, maybe not like that. I just use these little clips and I twist them to get them out of the way. Okay, so I've already put in her hair, I put leave-in conditioner. I use the Garnier for Teeth, same thing I use on my hair. Works really well. And then I also put pomegranate syrup in. It's anti-frizz. Works really well for keeping the frizz out, especially on something that's going to be slept on. People have also wrote in and suggested using the little papers for when you get a perm, the perm papers. I don't have any of those. If this doesn't work and I have to do a true hairspray set hold overnight, that might be something that I try. But for now, we're going to give it a go without and cross our fingers that we get what we want. So now that I've sectioned off the piece for my bump, the next thing I'm going to do is section off her hair and start pulling for the rag curls. This is the side I'm going to do second, so I'm just going to twist it and get it out of my way. So what I am doing is I'm just sectioning the hair. When I'm done sectioning it, I'll turn her hair so you can see. And here's the great thing about doing rag curls is that they are really tight curls. So if your child has long hair, like her hair's halfway down her back. My other daughter, Natalie, who doesn't cheer, Her hair is down past her butt, and I've done this on her before too, just to try it out and see how it works. It really shortens the length of the hair up. So if your daughter has a lot of hair, I suggest doing this versus a curling iron because it's going to give her shorter hair in the same amount of time. And it also doesn't take a lot of rags. Like with curling irons, you have to grab, you know, an inch of hair, spray it, curl it, blow on it, hope it stays, all that good stuff. With the rag curls, you can take bigger sections of hair, and since you set them overnight, you can just split them in half. So I could do like 6 or 8 rags, and it would give me the same results. I'm not going to do that because that's not how I do it, but if I was in a hurry, I could do less sections and get the same results by pulling them apart. Okay, turn your head that way. So what I've done is I've sectioned off the hair. There's the top section, the middle section, and the bottom section. This will end up being 2 curls. That'll be 2 curls. This will probably be 3. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot to get these results, but it is important that you section the hair like I have here, just so, I don't know, it looks nice. Down, look down at your feet. So what I do is comb the hair out. It's really important that you comb the hair out so it's straight, because this is what's going to be your curl. If it's all knotty and kinky, then your curl's going to be all knotty and kinky. I grab my hairspray. Spray it a little bit, and I run my hands through. You can use any type of hairspray you want, expensive, cheap, it doesn't really matter. You just do what works for you. And I take a rag, twist the end around so it's nice and smooth. I roll it. You can roll it up or down. It doesn't really matter. You're going to get the same results, curls. I roll up on the top half, down in the bottom half, so it naturally wants to go in the middle to a ponytail. If you don't do that, it is not the end of the world. I get it as tight as I can get it. Does that feel okay? Get it as tight as I can, and then you just tie the rag in a knot, like so. Look down, like so. You can see I've just tied it in a knot, and it's not super tight up against her head, and that is okay because this is going to go into a ponytail, so this whole part is going to get brushed up and smoothed anyway, so that doesn't really matter. If you were setting the ponytail overnight, like putting the ponytail in and then just curling the pony, you would want to make sure you got it as close to that ponytail holder, to the center of the ponytail as you can, because you don't want like smoothness and then a big ball of curl at the bottom. Not that much. There you go. Again, I'm going to get the hair as smooth as I can. The ends aren't perfect, like mine aren't. Her hair's layered, so it makes it a little more difficult. You can always fix that with the hair dryer, or not the hair dryer, yeah. You can always fix that with a straightener after. Okay, so I've done her entire head of hair in curls. This piece is obviously the bump, which is why it's bigger. What I'm going to do now is take my hairspray and I spray each one down and get it a little bit wet. Like so. Just to give it a little more glue. Look out for this. And now she is going to sleep. You can tie a scarf, bandana, shower cap, whatever you want over her head. I just let her go to town because when she hits the pillow, she's normally out for the most part. And any flyaways, we can fix with hairspray in the morning.
Go ahead.
So it's the next day. It's Sunday morning. We're getting ready for practice. And what I'm going to do now is just pull these out one at a time. Like that. I just kind of untie them and then just pull on an end. Stop it. I just pull on an end and then I just form the curl, or you can split them up. As you can see, these turned out pretty good actually. The ends need to be touched up, but for the most part I got pretty good ringlets going on here. You're so cute. Can you look up? So I've got them all out except for this one. This one's going to be the bump, so I'm going to leave it in, get her hair up in the ponytail, and then do the bump last and loop this in with the bow. I'm going to fade out, do that. I'll come back when it's all done. We'll show it and see the final results. What's that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're done. It's up with a bump. This is a little mini bump. I didn't do it the way that I normally do it for competition, and I also was out of short bobby pins, so I had to use my longer ones, which is why they're sticking out. Normally they'd be like half the length and you wouldn't see them. But it is done. It is up. I've curled the ends and the straggly pieces that didn't really want to curl. This is what we've got going on. It's nice. There's a base of tinier curls underneath, but these you can just pull them down, and as the day goes on, they will start to fall and will fill in with the bigger ones. For now, they're just someplace for those longer ones to sit. This guy had an issue going on in its life, but that's okay. So there we have it. She's gonna wear it to practice today. We'll see how it goes. It's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's not like foam curlers, and it's not like the new ones with like the hook or whatever, or using the curling iron, but it did take me like, I don't know, 8 minutes to do this, including taking all the curls out, getting it up in the ponytail, and flipping in the ends, which is significantly less time than doing a ponytail and curling every single piece of hair, especially when we have a child like mine that doesn't hold a curl. I could be there all day. So we'll see how this goes. This is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Part 2 is going to be an after result, and we'll discuss a little bit the tips that you guys send in to me below in the comments, and what I could have done better, what I liked, what I didn't like, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Keep following Cheer Parent Central, and we'll stay tuned for part 2. Thanks.